Now we are ready to import our AutoCAD drawings into 3ds Max. Starting with an empty scene, make sure that Unit Setup is set to the same as AutoCAD, in this case feet and inches. Select File, Import. Navigate to the plan drawing. If we simply click Open, 3ds Max will use the current import module. This will result in 3ds Max creating layers matching the AutoCAD drawing. AutoCAD drafters use many layers to control line weights and styles for printing, as well as differentiating input from architects, engineers, electricians, and more. There is no benefit to this type of layer differentiation in 3ds Max modeling. Because the drawings are in 2D, we want to use them as a base to trace geometry over. Next to Files of Type, select Legacy AutoCAD. This import module predates the layering functionality in 3ds Max, and so places everything on the active layer when importing. No need to adjust the import defaults. Notice that the southeast corner of the plan drawing is in the center of the 3ds Max scene space. Use Ctrl-A or Edit Select All to select everything. Right-click in the viewport and select Object Properties. In the dialog, uncheck Show Frozen in gray. Open the Layer Manager, click Create New Layer and name it CAD_Plan_Ground. Freeze the layer when you're done. Right-click on the Snaps toggle, switch to the Options tab, and make sure that Snap to Frozen Objects is checked. Unlike AutoCAD, which hides frozen layers by default, 3ds Max turns the contents gray but leaves them visible. We want to protect our AutoCAD data from accidental editing while using it as a modeling guide. Make Layer 0 active and repeat the steps for the elevation drawings. You will need to rotate and position the elevation drawings so they correspond with the plan and with each other, creating a separate layer for each one. Remember that Legacy AutoCAD import places everything on the active layer, so make sure to activate Layer 0 after completing each import. Hide each elevation layer before importing the next one. With practice, this process typically takes about an hour. Because visuals are usually required at concept or schematic design stage, the plans and elevations sometimes don't line up perfectly. That's because construction drawings have not been created yet and details are still being altered or worked out. Unlike modeling in Revit or AutoCAD, we don't need absolute precision in 3ds Max. The end goal is compelling visuals, and no one measures the renderings. Having said that, you want to be as close as possible for fast modeling using snaps. Sometimes, 2D AutoCAD drawings contain some inadvertent 3D. For instance, when tracing over an engineer's topographical map, lines that appear 2D on a plan drawing have actually been snapped to a point on the z-axis. There's an easy fix for this, and I'll cover that in a future quick tip. With all the CAD layers imported, let's nest them into a single CAD layer. Making sure that all the CAD layers are frozen and with nothing selected in the viewport, create a new layer and name it CAD. Select all the other layers and drag them into it. With all the AutoCAD drawings organized and protected in 3ds Max, we can now quickly create base models for our buildings using splines, snaps, and grid helpers. I'll be covering this process in the next lesson. I hope you liked this video. If so, comment and share with others. Join the conversation, subscribe to our mailing list. Look in the description for links to project files and a PDF lesson guide.